I've got a new product for the condo owner. And if I were living in a condo, the only thing I'd be conned into buying would be a self-watering kitchen garden. At least according to Lorraine, she has found a solution to those problems with using regular gardens on your balcony that just don't work. Lorraine, how did you get into this?
Hi there. The reason I got into this is that I'm not the greatest balcony gardener in the world.
That makes two of us.
Yeah, well, you know, when I tried growing herbs and vegetables in containers, I found that no matter how hard it was or how hard I worked to take care of them, there'd eventually be one weekend I'd forget to water them, I'd go away, I'd come back and they'd be wilted, and it damages them. Vegetables and herbs do not forgive that kind of abuse. And so I wanted to come up with a system that would make it easy for me to look after herbs and vegetables and get a great yield and a great quality, and also help a lot of other people at the same time.
Okay, and you created this system. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's called Urban Garden.
Urban Garden.
The Urban Garden.
Pretty simple.
Yep. It starts at the back with an 18-gallon reservoir.
Let's see, an 18-gallon reservoir.
Yeah.
So you fill it up with
you
just
fill
water?
it up with water and
Only.
a nutrient concentrate.
And nutrients, okay.
Yeah. And the nutrient that we recommend is organically and naturally sourced.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It's connected with distribution tubing.
Distribution tubing.
Distribution quarter-inch tubes.
That's all we have. Just the tubing goes underneath.
That's it. It leads directly into these
and it
plants.
goes into these plants. Pretty simple.
Yeah. Directly into these valves, and these valves do not require any power to run them. They're operated by gravity and flotation. So what these valves do is these valves will flood the planter to a depth of about 1.5 to 2 inches deep. Then they shut off. The plants will wick the moisture out of the planter, and when it's completely dry, and only when it's completely dry, does the valve open up again and the planter refills.
Pretty simple. It's had enough water, valves turns off. Needs water, valves turned on.
Yep.
No brainer.
Constant wet, dry cycle, which really mimics nature.
Okay, so how often do I have to fill up the reservoir?
Early in the year, when the plants are small and the weather's kind of cool, you'll fill this reservoir, and it should be good for about 2.5 weeks. Depends on the weather. Late in the year, when your plants are full grown and they've covered up the trellis, you're probably going to get about a week out of a full reservoir. But it's better than having to water something twice a day, which is what you have to do if you're trying to grow tomatoes in pots.
Okay, tell me about what kind of things do you enjoy growing with this system?
Last year, I grew full-size tomatoes. It's beefsteak tomatoes and brandywine tomatoes in 1-gallon pots. And that, as any gardener would tell you, breaks all the rules. They were solid with roots, and it didn't really matter because they were still able to uptake the moisture and the nutrient that they required. I also grew cucumbers, whole beans, bush beans, basil, Thai basil, fabulous salad greens because they're constantly moist. The lettuces aren't subject to stress, and when they don't get stressed, they don't bolt to seed as quickly. So 2.5 weeks after my regular containers had bolted to seed, I was still harvesting salad greens out of this garden, and they were great.
Okay, how do I get one? What's your website?
Our website is www.urbangarden.com. That's HURBANGARDEN.com. Everything's online.
And how much are these going for?
This system goes complete for $369. Includes every single thing you see here, except my plants that I'll be eating after the show.
Okay. What is this you have over here?
What you have over here is the double reservoir that we use for the larger systems, because actually this is available in 3, 6, 9, and 12 planter configuration. When you get up to the 9 and 12 planter configurations, you have the option with the double reservoir to tailor the nutrient solution that you're using so that you feed your tomatoes and cucumbers and your fruiting vegetables differently than you'll feed your leafy greens and your salads and your herbs.
Okay. Got it.
Thanks.
Great. Thank you.